Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokemon Silver. My name's Cody, and in the last exciting episode we returned to Goldenrod City to discover that there'd been a hijacking. The radio tower has been taken over by Team Rocket and the Rocket Boss had locked himself in. So what we need to do is go up to the 5th floor to save the director, because we're unable to get in here because, well, as mentioned, he's locked himself in. So let's make our way up. I've been given strict orders. I'm to crush anyone who challenges Team Rocket. Well, I understand. Orders are orders. I don't have any orders. I'm just crushing you for fun. Oh, I mean, I did get told to investigate, but it's not like I'm getting paid for it. I'm not a secret agent who's got an order from the government. I'm just like a bored 10-year-old child flying around the world solving everyone's problems. And I forgot that I had a paralyzed Haunter. I'll have to do something about that, huh? Because it didn't act up that time, but you never know when it will. I think it's like a 25% chance or a 20% chance or something of the paralysis taking hold. So we've got a Zubat here, which means we've got a couple of options. We can go with Soldier Boy, or we could have gone with Flow Rider, who has an Ice type move. But let's go with Soldier Boy, because Soldier Boy just leveled up and then evolved into an Ampharos. Yes, previously Soldier Boy was a Flaffy, but now Soldier Boy has seen the light and is now fully fit to operate a lighthouse if he would like to. Currently Soldier Boy has better things to do, but it's nice to have various job opportunities. And as you can see, there's a marked increase in attack power that has come along with this evolution, because, you know, to be honest, previously that would have taken a couple of hits for some of those, I think. But I think we have gotten a bit of a stat upgrade here for our Ampharos, which, let's take the chance to... well, first up, I'll move Soldier Boy up front. And then let's take a look at the stats. Who has the best, you know, attacking stats and that now. So yeah, special attack of 80 now. Pitbull has an attack of 88, special attack of 76, attack of 80, special attack of 92, and Hoot Hoot. And Hoot Hoot indeed. So they're all pretty strong in their own specific areas. You know, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good deal that we've got going on here. And you have a long range. That is to be expected, of course, since you are wearing glasses. But I guess I'll have to fight you. Scientist Rich wants to battle, and thank goodness you only have one Pokemon. Ooh, and it's a Porygon. I always like seeing Porygon because, well, it's rare that you see one. It's they're not the most common of Pokemon, and they don't appear in the wild. Generally, because they're like a synthetically created digital Pokemon or something, you know, a digital monster. But that's crazy. There's no such thing as digital monsters. You'd have to call them like Digimon or something instead of Pokemon, but who would do that? Nobody. Nobody would do something like that. Aha! You came to rescue me? Is that what you were expecting? Wrong, I'm an imposter. I pretended to be the real thing to prepare for our takeover. Do you want to know where we hid the real director? Sure, I'll tell you, but only if you can beat me. Alright. That would explain some suspicious goings on the first time that we came along here. What it wouldn't explain is why so many people didn't notice. Like, just because you're wearing a hat or whatever, the same way that the director does? Like, is that what it takes to fool a radio station? I know they said earlier on that he locked himself in his room or something, but really, pay attention, people. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Notice when the director is actually a Team Rocket executive wearing a Team Rocket outfit. It's not that difficult. Like, even if he has a hat, like, I know hats can be difficult, but just pay a little bit of attention. Just, you know, take a little time out of your day to go, hold on, is the director in fact a Team Rocket executive who has a bunch of coughing for some reason? Which is, I mean, it's fine with me because they are all going down in one hit and getting me a bunch of experience. But, like, you need some better plans. Just generally speaking, you need to have more than one type of Pokemon. I mean, I'm not even using super effective moves on you just because I don't feel like it, but if I did, I would have just Psybeamed you all to death. Maybe I'll Psybeam the last one to death if it's not the wheezing. Because that Thunder Punch didn't quite make it all the way. Alright, now we'll continue with Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy is on a roll. But, you know, people don't just have songs all on their own. If you're a successful artist, if you want to have a song, there's something you need to have that song in conjunction with. It's in conjunction with an FT and a dot and the word Pitbull. This is not necessarily a great matchup. The reason I was able to easily overpower them before is because coughing is not great against special attacks and is in fact a physical tank, but Pitbull is strong enough physically that it doesn't really matter, except for the fact that you keep using accuracy lowering abilities or whatever. So please don't do that. Alright, and there we go. There's the featuring Pitbull that we were all waiting for. White, Spanish Cars. Thanks, Pitbull. Alright, and that was Team Rocket Executive. Tell me where he is. We stashed the real director in the underground warehouse. It's the far end of the underground. But I doubt you'll get that far. Well, thanks for giving me the key. Like, these guys have a real, like, code of honor. Like, there was no ability for me to get there without getting the key. You know? And I wouldn't have known where he was if he didn't tell me. Here's one that I didn't clear out last time. That I was a bit not cautious enough in dealing with. But luckily, he only has one Pokemon, which is my favorite type of trainer. So we'll just clear him out. Oh, it's a smoke screen. It's intended to make my accuracy fall, but one of the other techniques that I have that I never really use very often is Swift, which its main point is that it never misses, even if Soldier Boy's accuracy was lowered 6 times, and the dodge of and it used minimize 6 times, there would be no missing for Swift. It's called Swift because it never misses, which is not why. I realize that's not in the definition of the word Swift, and that wouldn't have anything to do with it. But you know, don't cut apart my arguments, Cody. Why are you just so mean to me, Cody? Yeah, I don't look. This is the thing about when you are Let's Playing. It's talking to yourself, but you're not meant to acknowledge that you're talking to yourself. You're meant to just pretend that you're just talking to random people out on the internet, like you. Yeah, that's right, you, Jacob. If there's someone there called Jacob, I bet you're just shocked and stunned. This is in fact the Martin, not the Underground. So that is why this guy presumably is blocking the entrance to the Underground, so we have to go up through the other route. So the other path to the Underground is up here. That was the wrong direction. See, I thought it would start there in my head, so I automatically turned. We cleared out everything in here before, but what we didn't do last time we came to the underground was get through here, because we didn't have the basement key so graciously provided to us by the executive. Thanks, Team Rocket, for foiling your own plans. Oh good. Hold it! I saw you, so I tailed you. I don't need you underfoot while I take care of Team Rocket. Wait a second, you beat me before, didn't you? That was just a fluke. But I repay my debts. Does this seem like the time, Josh Jepson? Does this seem like the time for you to have a grudge match? The answer is no. That was a rhetorical question in which the answer was no. I see you've learned the art of being annoying. Well, great, thank you. Fantastic. This is exactly what I wanted, was for Soldier Boy to hit himself in confusion. And once we get through this Golbat, which is always a funny looking sprite, because just Golbat's face naturally looks like it's always shocked or something. We discover that Jepson has a Magnemite. So Jepson, the only person in this universe who has discovered the concept that you should have a team of more than one type of Pokemon. And so we're actually going to switch Pokemon to match his. So we're going to go with Fire Punch. And Magnemite is going to be more like Magnemite and die. I tried to make it rhyme, but then it didn't actually make sense. So Sneasel is an Ice and Dark type, in which case I'm just going to keep Kadabra in. Because Sneasel's a fast little creature, but Kadabra is also a fast creature. Not quite as little. Dark is a problem against my Psychic type, but I kept in because of the Fire Punch ability, which means that Sneasel is more like Sneeze Dead. Jepson is about to use Haunter. Will I change Pokemon? Look, one thing I've discovered from bringing this Kadabra through Pokemon Silver is that a Kadabra that knows Fire Punch is apparently the counter to most things in the game. A fact which I didn't realize beforehand, but I kept encountering gyms where it turns out I was super effective against the creatures inside. Jepson's about to use Meganium. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? I have to be very careful not to overuse Kadabra, to overuse Wiz, because between Psychic and Fire, I'm apparently super effective against so much. So let's finish off this Meganium. And once again, we have been carried by Wiz Khalifa. Jepson was defeated. Why do I lose? I've assembled the toughest Pokemon. I didn't ease up on the gas. So why do I lose? That's a good question. Well, love, trust, are they really what I lack? Are they keeping me from winning? I just don't understand. But it's not going to end here. Not now, not because of this. I won't give up on my dream of becoming the world's best Pokemon trainer. Look, to be honest, you are better than most of the trainers in this game for the reason that we mentioned before, which is that you know to have more than one type of Pokemon on your team. It's just that my Pokemon are higher level and better. It's not that I treat them with more love. Love actually doesn't have much to do with it, because I haven't used happiness to evolve any Pokemon, and I haven't used the ability Return, which requires my Pokemon to be at a high level. So, in the next episode, we're going to continue properly into the danger zone. I will see you then.